Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel.
Hi.
And Katrina Swathwood is our guest this week.
Hello.
This week will be Baby Driver and whatever else we end up talking about. I do always like to start whatever new movie. Baby Driver came out, 3 days ago? 2 days ago?
Last Wednesday.
Well, it was last Wednesday. It came out on a Wednesday.
When am I going to do the math on that? 4 days?
What's funny is that
6.
usually only big
5.
movies...
Way to go, guys.
Usually only big movies come out on Wednesdays.
Is that a thing?
Like superhero movies, big releases and stuff. But this came out on a Wednesday, and Spider-Man's coming out on a Friday.
I don't know how often I go the first day, so I didn't notice.
A lot more now. Opening weekend, you go a lot more now.
First day, though? Like, the last one we did, Batman Superman.
Movies usually come out on
that was the day
Fridays.
before.
Do you go to movies on Fridays?
I can't remember. Did we go to one? I would probably remember.
Opening weekend, we never go the opening
Yeah,
day.
usually it's like Sunday morning.
Yeah. Easy like Sunday. Anyways,
Yep.
Yeah.
I always, before we talk about the movie, I always like to talk about what previews. Really? The dog needs water.
Oh.
So before we talk about the movie, I always like to talk about what trailers we saw and stuff. At least the last couple times we did a movie. We saw it separately. So what trailers did you see? But anything new?
All I can remember is Valerian, whatever.
The movie that only you want to see?
Yeah. If you say some movie, maybe I'll refresh my memory.
Okay, Blade Runner was on there. We've already talked about the Blade Runner
trailer from like 4 months ago.
Did you see the one with Daniel Craig and Adam
Yes.
Driver?
Oh, I meant to tell you about that. Like, we don't work together.
Yeah.
But I watched it when it came out. And no, that trailer wasn't for us.
So he watched it on his phone.
No, I watched it on the computer like a month ago.
I tried to get him to watch certain things on my phone when we worked together, and he's like, no, I want to watch it when I get home.
Certain things.
That movie looks really funny.
It looks probably slightly above average until Daniel Craig comes on.
He looks great.
He's so weird.
Joe Bang?
So I'm like that could be pretty good.
It honestly looks like it could be a semi-funny version of like a Snatch or
yeah,
like because that's a heist gangster movie type of thing, and it has a huge cast.
It does.
A huge cast. Did you look?
I'm struggling to remember even who the main two guys were. One was
Adam Driver,
Yeah.
Channing Tatum, Daniel Craig,
forgot
Katie
Channing Tatum.
Holmes. I'm gonna look it up right now. What was it called?
I couldn't even tell you right now.
God,
I just know his name was
The
Joe
only thing
Bang.
that reminded me of it, there was a billboard or like a poster for it. I walked in, or a standout cardboard cutout at the movie theater.
I really
Yeah.
as that trailer kept going, I was like, this looks really entertaining.
Yeah, I didn't get
see
that.
Really?
Oh, well,
No, I didn't
you
get the
can stay
trailer.
home.
Oh, you didn't get the trailer. It's called Logan Lucky,
Yeah.
and it's got just as a cast. Here we go. Daniel Craig, Catherine Waterston. I don't know who that is. Channing Tatum, Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, he's a driver.
I don't know who that is. Adam Driver, Katie Holmes, Seth MacFarlane, David Dedman, who's been in a lot of stuff. He's not an A-lister. Hilary Swank, Dwight Yoakam. It's got
Colby Smulders in there?
no. It's got quite a few people in it, so that looks pretty funny. I mean, it might not be an in theaters movie for me, but it definitely looked like it could be entertaining.
I thought so.
So we also got Blade Runner. We got Kingsman.
The same trailer from before that
Yeah.
didn't impress you. That I like.
I liked it a lot more on the big screen than I did watching. You know, I watch a lot of stuff on my phone,
Yeah.
and you're at a disadvantage watching it on your phone because it's not as grand. But we got a Dark Tower trailer.
That was look
I've
good.
seen the same one on the internet before too.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
So I watch so many trailers when they come out.
I've read about 3 or 4 Stephen King books, and I'm not a huge fan. And I've always been kind of curious of the Dark Tower, even though I haven't read it. I've read about some of the characters, like the Man in Black.
I know diddly.
That's kind of cool, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I did hear outrage that it would look very different than what the book was. I have no idea what that means. Though.
Very curious. Like I think that might be a theater movie for me.
I'm a Idris Elba fan.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. I like Matthew McConaughey actually.
That's why I'm lukewarm. I don't know if I could see Matthew McConaughey as a devil. He doesn't have like what Al Pacino has, like a sense of like, oh, he could be like, I know what a good devil would make. Like
I think you have to give him a chance now because he is an Oscar award winner now.
Of course. But like you see some people, they just look like they could be the Russian guy in Constantine. I think he's like the best devil.
I like Al Pacino as the devil in Devil's Advocate.
That was good.
There was a scene in the trailer where he looks and he says something. He had like a really raspy voice, and I was like, "Oh man," because I know he's supposed to play either Death or the Devil or something along those lines. Okay, Dark Tower. So I loved the way it showed multiple different ways on Idris Elba reloading his gun.
Yeah.
Oh, the one piece.
Like he drops it in real quick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
When he did it with his hand, when he did it in the air. Like,
he's gonna have cool gun fu kind of.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing it.
I think that's a term. I don't think I just made that up.
Uh-huh.
What?
Gun fu was in equilibrium.
Is that what they called it?
It was something along those lines.
So
I can't remember exactly what it was.
it's cool. They don't show many movies with like gunslingers, like old 6-shooter. So
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. What was I gonna say about the movie? I'm only lukewarm excited. I'm not. Nothing. It didn't blow my mind.
it's gun kata.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called in equilibrium. No, I know it's had reshoots and I know it's had delays and I know it's had all kinds of stuff about it, but I think it might be if I see it, you kind of have to see it.
Yeah.
Although I didn't see the Mummy.
Peer pressure.
No.
It's more for, we have to keep this going. I'd like to get a few more non-movie podcasts in since a lot of them have been movie and TV lately, so maybe the next one
Then read something.
we can...
Oh, sick burn.
I think in the next couple weeks, I think the first story arc on Extremity might be coming to a close, so that might be worth talking about. But, we haven't played a game in a while. We haven't... But let's get back
I bought you guys cards that you've
did.
never used, or that book.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't remember the cards.
Anyways, so those were the trailers that were entertaining. I can't think of anything else. There was a Reese Witherspoon one, but I don't really like her.
No one does.
What was with? I don't understand what the relationship between. Like she had a young boyfriend, but who are the other two guys?
Yeah,
His friends.
Why'd they have to crash it? Like, why was
Who
is it her
knows?
mom's idea? Like,
They
it'll be good
apparently
for
needed
you.
a place to stay, so they were staying at her house.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
And then they kind of had like the mentality of like children. Like she kissed them all like goodbye, and it's,
Like, good night, like, I'm leaving for a date.
but they're grown ass men.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm 40, but she's not like an old lady. I mean, she's 40, but I mean, she's like acting like they're a 15-year-old, and she's like the mom.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that. That didn't seem very good.
Yeah, who lets her ex back in the house? Like, I like Michael Sheen. Is that his name, Michael Sheen? The guy who was her ex.
I didn't
no
recognize that guy.
What?
I didn't recognize that guy.
You don't recognize that? He's in a lot of movies.
I didn't recognize him. The guy who had a beard and kind of longer hair. Gray.
I have no idea who that was.
I didn't recognize him.
What? I mean,
What is he in?
last night
Enlighten us.
he's the evil vampire, or the main vampire nemesis.
Speaking of that, we just watched What We Do in the Shadows again.
in Twilight.
Yeah, we did.
Good movie.
Have you made her watch it? She's not
No.
supposed to be here on the podcast.
No, she hasn't.
Corey's got a girlfriend and she's here, but she's not talking.
Watching Game of Thrones only.
What We Do in the Shadows. How many times have we recommended What We Do in the Shadows on this podcast?
Probably a couple.
Enough?
I
We
put in
watched,
my
we watched
Kieran.
it again.
Has he even listened to Uncle Birdie's?
And no, he hasn't listened.
Ugh.
For a minute, but they're walking by. I was going to say Radagast. That's a wizard.
Vladislav.
Yeah, Vladislav, and he's the cat. she cracks me up every
He
single
can't quite
time.
get the face right.
Every single time. Excellent, but no. Okay, so that goes for Reese Witherspoon's only been in 55 credited roles.
Election was good.
Okay,
pull up that guy. So
Oh, doesn't like that movie.
Underworld, that movie with the
Michael Sheen,
interview with Nixon. What is it called?
Kingdom of Heaven,
Yeah,
Nope.
Midnight in Paris.
Nope.
he was in that.
Home Again. Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day
Okay, I've
special.
seen that. What was he in
I
that?
don't remember who he was in that.
Carl Flossie. Passengers.
important.
We didn't see that.
Nope.
Yeah, he was the robot.
Looking. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Didn't see that.
Nope.
He's
So-
in 7 Days in Hell. We want to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm looking, man, at Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2.
He's the
We
vampire.
didn't see that.
Breaking Dawn Part 1.
It's funny. He's a vampire in that, but he's the main werewolf Lycan in Underworld.
Tron Legacy.
Nope.
Yeah, he was in the disco club.
He's the White Rabbit's voice in
So he's
Alice
not in good
Wonderland.
movies.
He's all over. He was in Frost vs. Nixon, and that won
I didn't see that.
some Academy Awards.
So he's not in good movies.
Blood Diamond, I didn't see that.
Good movie.
That's supposed to be good, yeah.
It is. It's legit.
I've seen he's in a lot of things. I've never seen one of these movies.
He's got a name. That's funny.
That no one knows.
I knew it.
He's not an A-lister, though. There's no way.
C.
You know who I compare him to?
Who?
Who's the guy who's in The King's Speech, who's in Kingsman?
Colin Firth?
Yeah. To me, like...
He gets to be an
Really?
A-lister because he's won Academy Award for Best Actor.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
The King's Speech. Have you watched it?
No, have you?
No.
But I have watched quite a few. Like, we watched Capote, which Philip
That's a
Seymour
great
Hoffman
movie.
won. That was good.
I've never seen it. I did watch his last movie.
What was it? It was, they digitally imposed him on some of the stuff, didn't
That's
they?
why I was kind of curious. I actually didn't go back and read it because he was very limited in the very last Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like, he just kind of was sitting there for a couple, like...
I still haven't
minutes.
watched the last two Hunger Games movies.
Mockingjay 1 wasn't, like, super enthralled with. My least favorite of all four of those.
Uh-huh.
Last one's legit.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it equal or better than the first two?
I couldn't even rank them, to be honest, right now. I don't know.
So he says no.
No.
Between 1, 2, and the last one, they all seem about the
Comparable?
same. Yeah.
Well, the first two had Hunger Games, and I'm assuming the last two didn't because it was during the Revolution.
There's, like, a joking thing. It's within the trailer that the Capitol is booby-trapped. That is basically, like, when they're attacking it, is kind of like a maze, or like they say, well, welcome to the 76th Hunger Games, guys. And that is the closest equivalent you get. But,
There was a Pitch Perfect 3 trailer that...
Ugh.
yeah, you don't like that? That fat girl got some funny-ass quotes.
Yeah,
Your
but
chastity, your, like, honesty, I'd be obesity.
Yeah, that was funny.
They put Ruby Rose in everything.
Yeah, they really are trying to put
Just
Ruby
let's
Rose
put
in
her
a lot of
because
stuff.
she's
I know who that
pretty.
is. Joy?
Ruby Rose, she's in Orange is
The
the
girl
New
with the
Black.
hair.
She's got really short hair, all kinds of tattoos. She
Horrible
was in,
sign in
she was in
Wick
John
too.
Wick 2.
I don't watch Orange is the New Black, so...
Do you want to take John Wick 2 when you leave?
I could. I
mean-
got one of Vic's movies still.
Okay, then don't worry about it. I see you often enough.
Enough.
Was she one of the villain girls?
Yeah. And she's a deaf mute, and her signing is like really
It's
choppy.
so bad.
In the movie?
Yeah.
In the trailer?
Not
No.
in Pitch Perfect, in John
Oh.
Wick 2.
That's
He's
what...
not following.
Yeah.
yeah, you just specify.
No, I
For a second, I thought you were talking about real life. Like, she
No.
could be a good actress then.
No. She's
What?
She'd be a Marley Manson.
I'm turned off by her because right when she was in Orange is the New Black, she used to be like an Australian, like what they call them, VJs from MTV, video jockeys instead of disc jockeys.
Oh, okay.
And
Downtown Julie Brown.
yeah, like Downtown Julie Brown and Dan Cortez and all them. No, nothing for you.
No. I didn't see many VJs on the TV.
VJs?
Out of his
And,
generation.
well, I read a story about her where she went to a restaurant and she was like one of those celebrities that's like, you need to wait hand and foot on me, and then she was a bitch, and then she didn't tip well and a bunch of stuff. So I'm like, eh. Plus, I haven't seen her in anything I liked her in yet, so I haven't watched Orange is the New Black.
So you hated John Wick 2 because of her.
Oh no, nothing can make me hate John Wick.
We'll see part 3.
Oh god, I'm assuming he's gonna die in the third one.
It'd be a cool...
Send off. Have you seen John Wick? No. Okay, she just shakes her head. This is gonna be fun.
We get her a sign.
She could just have a yes and no sign. So Baby Driver.
Surprised at how many people don't know what this movie is. Maybe we just
Did
have...
you talk to
What?
Vic about it? Is that why?
No, a lot of people. My household. I forget. Vic actually thought it was related to Baby Boss,
Nice.
which I was like, I can see if you've never seen a trailer, like you think it's like an offshoot or something, but
I started.
I don't think I've seen many commercials for it.
No, they haven't put.
No.
What's funny is the budget was $40 million and it made $30 million this weekend domestic. So you know it's gonna make money.
That's good.
Yeah, and
It had a good cast for that
yeah.
low of a budget.
I wonder if Edgar Wright's one of those directors that he's really passionate about what he's working on, and it makes people want to work
draws
with him.
traffic.
It draws people
Yeah.
into his movies. I was following it kind of early on. I had told both you guys about it, I believe.
Was this his first movie since the the third one of the?
I
At
think
World's
so.
End?
He hasn't done a
Yeah.
lot.
He doesn't do a lot.
No.
He's
Speaking of that,
almost gonna do Ant-Man.
yeah, almost. Did you read the thing that said he still hasn't watched it?
No, I didn't read that. That's kind of sad.
It's kind of
Why
sad.
would he want to?
Well, if he was passionate about the character for one,
He wrote the script.
I kind of used
the
it.
original. You think they followed?
They probably used some parts of it, but rewrote most of it.
That's interesting.
I mean, he has an executive producer credit on the movie.
So they
Yeah.
had to have used his ideas.
But man, that would be kind of weird not watching it.
Well, here's
Why?
To see what became of it. I don't know.
here's what I use
So
it
you
as.
can hate yourself?
Are you really going to go back and go watch your ex-girlfriend or talk to your ex-girlfriend?
Go
or,
to her wedding?
Yeah, it's something you were passionate about that left you
Dude,
unwillingly.
That'd be like you're trying to you're part of a group, you're making a project, and you leave halfway through.
No, you're
You didn't
working
leave.
a project.
They were never filmed
He-
anything.
You planned the project out like pretty intensively for a little while. You wrote the project. You don't want to see like the final result.
No, because you were going to direct it and birth that project. Why would you?
It was completely ended up being different than what he
Right.
imagined it because he was clashing with Marvel.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think he watches all the other Marvel movies?
He wasn't involved in the other Marvel movies. I mean, he doesn't have an emotional attachment, and those weren't ripped from him. I can see where somebody would be like, "It's too painful for me to watch when I'm that
Do you
passionate about
think
it."
him just being in film in the industry that he would probably be necessary for him to watch all the Marvel movies to
I don't know.
get pop
No.
culture?
I've seen actors talk about not. I can't pull one out of my brain right now, but I've seen other actors who say they don't watch their own stuff.
I've heard that before too. I'm just curious if. Well, I'm playing devil's
Devil's
advocate.
No, I understand.
But if he didn't watch Ant-Man, would he have watched Civil War and seen what became of his,
Like you're wondering if he's even
Character-
seen anything with the character because
or if he would avoid it?
Well,
Because-
Paul Rudd started taking over writing of the script after he left. Yes.
I didn't know that.
So probably not.
That's interesting. I'm not against if you don't want to watch it. It's his prerogative.
Yeah.
And whatever. But that's just kind of interesting. I wonder if that's common.
Didn't we see Edgar Wright at a panel once? I swear we were at a panel with him in it at Comic-Con.
My
I
panel
can't
days
remember.
were so far long ago, couldn't remember.
So let's get back to what the podcast is going to be about. Baby Driver. You said not a lot of people know about it. Nobody at your house knew about it, and
Not many people at
According
work.
to my Twitter feed,
Uh,
everybody knows about it.
you have you'll follow a lot of people on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Do you?
No, I don't.
You get people from all walks of life and just don't really follow movies. You know, they hear the big names. But Baby Driver is kind of slipping under a lot of radars, I think. Like I was saying, Katrina, you're wrong.
I'm always
I don't know
wrong.
what you're talking about.
What's new?
But when you guys want to go first, say what you thought about it. Like, go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I am always first.
Oh,
Okay.
because he likes to tear it down.
Yeah, you want me to tear it down before you build it up?
Do you want me to tear it down first?
Oh, go ahead, tear it. What did you hear about the movie before you watched it?
For a movie sitting at like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, it was not a 97% movie. I understand that Rotten Tomatoes just, takes the average.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say, like some of those people, if they have a 4 out of 5 score, it was a 4.
Yeah.
It's still fresh. If it's a 3.5, it's still fresh. So,
Right.
So I think Metacritic had it like a 76, which is still really good.
Yes.
But
Very good.
But like Shawshank Redemption, I was looking at was like a 70. So I'm expecting a movie that's supposed to be
Life changing?
life-changing, blow the doors down, awesome, nothing wrong.
You killed
Perfect
yourself
movie.
with that expectation.
Yes, so that's what I'm expecting. Going in, really cool to go watch a non-superhero movie for once. A non-superhero, non-sequel,
Non-prequel.
non-prequel, original title.
A no-name lead.
Yeah, he was in Fault of Our Stars. Never seen it. I just looked it up earlier. She knows.
To all the girly girls now.
So
People cry.
you cried?
Not me.
I would. You cried?
Never saw it.
Okay, that's a Joe Jacobs movie.
I'm sure I was.
Somebody has cancer, right? And they get
Kids,
married.
right?
No.
Both of them have cancer. The
Oh.
girl has something in her lungs, and he has bone cancer.
Okay. So he's in Fault of Our Stars. And he was in something else. But no, different kind of movie, obviously. I mean, is there really anything...
Across the universe, but with people dying.
Is
Did
there...
anybody else see that movie?
No.
Yes. The Beatles movie.
I haven't watched the whole thing. I've probably seen like 30 minutes of it.
You compare this to that?
Music-wise.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Collectively in the entire movie, was there more than
From
50...
beginning to end, there was music playing all the time.
I say collectively in the whole movie...
Across the universe, it wasn't 100% music. It was a musical. It had songs, nothing, songs. Okay, but
For the whole movie combined, was there more than 15 minutes combined where there wasn't music?
There was always some kind of sound because tinnitus was always in the background.
There were some parts that were emphasized that have no sound though.
Right.
There was a few parts in the movie. This used a soundtrack the way Suicide Squad wished they would have used the soundtrack. Because this... I'm wondering if that kid has like a dance background. Because some of the spins he was doing and moves he was doing
And
throughout
when he
the
was
movie...
running away.
Yeah. His body movement is very fluid. And I was just like, I was actually enough to where I was taking notice. Like when he's in his apartment with his...
he's doing the plates and whatever.
Yeah, and he's spinning around and he's doing actual like spins and just different movements. And I'm like, I bet you he has a dance background.
I'm sure that could also be learn on set if you spend hours doing it.
I'm sure this movie had a year's worth of prep work on it, Corey.
Yeah.
No.
What?
This is a huge budget movie. I mean,
If you don't think it had a lot of prep work, man, the one long cut scene of him going to get coffee.
yeah, that was cool.
That
I noticed
With all
that.
the words in the background?
with everything about this, probably like 100 extras timed perfectly in synchronicity. Like, if you don't think that scene took a lot of prep work,
Yeah, but I doubt it's not like Keanu Reeves and John Wick where he's doing a
Right.
year's worth of like gun training.
no, I'm not saying he went to a freaking. He could have taken a dance class for 2 weeks. I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
No way. It takes
I don't think
years.
He was doing. He wasn't
Let's
like.
put him in a dance class for 2 weeks
Oh,
and see
I
how
will
he
put
does.
you in a dance class for
He
2
wasn't
weeks.
doing Black Swan stuff. Let's be honest.
No, he's just
Okay,
his
we're not
body
saying
movement was
ballerina.
his body movement was very fluid. There was no stiffness to it. There's no. You don't learn that in 2 weeks.
No.
Who's to say that
Talk to Brittany. No way.
he's just not very active and sporty and whatever? Maybe he just likes to dance personally. But like, let's not say he has to be a professional dancer.
That's not what he's
I
saying.
didn't say that. I said he has some sort of dance background. That could be that
It's
as
not
he
like-
was doing drama, he took a dance class.
Like
And-
Joey's-
What if he
I'm
just dances for fun?
I'm not saying he's a professional dancer. I'm just saying that.
Like, I noticed that he was like, I mean, it fit the scene that he's just dancing around and twirling is very nimble. But
Oh, can we put him in choreography? Come on.
He wouldn't do it.
choreography? That a pun?
No.
Good job, Katrina.
Come on. That'd be fun, right?
That way you map my body?
No.
Okay, look at when you put dance, it shows him doing all kinds of like leg kicks and spins, and there's a dance video of him that he does different dances throughout different decades.
Do you think Christopher Walken had to take a dance class for
No, he has a dancing background.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
He has like a lion taming background too.
Juilliard. That's music.
Are you showing him something that's gonna rub it in his face?
Oh, please do.
His mother took him to try out for the School of American Ballet.
There you go.
Oh.
He didn't get in.
But
he
he, doesn't,
didn't.
he doesn't have a dance background at all.
So, I'm just saying that just his
Something
movements
like
of being
that.
fluid. He looked like he had some sort of dance background.
He needed an acting background.
He didn't have to do much.
Oh.
Uh,
No, he was good. I liked him.
Yeah, I did too. Babyface, dude. He's what is he like? 22, 24?
No idea.
I can't remember. I looked it up today. He's young, but
You said 22, 23.
yeah, I think he was 22. He was 22 or 23. But
It made me think, how old is an iPod? Because it's showing like a flashback.
Well, the Nano came out when I was working at Best Buy.
well, he was born in '94.
The first iPod around when he was probably, what?
Is that right?
6, 7?
97?
Were you born in '94? 95?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in 5th grade.
But I don't doubt the movie's accuracy, but God, iPod's been around that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He should have had a Zune.
No.
No.
No, soundtrack from beginning to end, great.
I didn't recognize too many songs.
I didn't either.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Yeah.
classic music guy.
Small point. I understand the movie was written with the songs in mind. Obviously, the scenes needed those songs like to fit what's happening. But on a whole, this is just me personally. The soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy like 2 or 1, I liked better than this movie. Like whether or not like this movie's designed to have the songs in it, but the other one I just like
More of the songs. Yeah, that's fine.
but and I don't know, it fit with the narrative. Yeah, they both have the narrative reasoning for
It's
it.
probably because you personally connect more with songs that you know than songs that you don't know.
Yeah.
Guardians 2, I knew one song.
You only knew one song.
Oh,
I'm calling bullshit.
No, he doesn't listen to music.
I'm trying to think of what the
There's no
songs.
calling bullshit. We've had instances where he's, other than now, because you drive a truck and you listen to music a lot more,
Where's
he had
some-
no idea. He's like, oh, I heard that in Grand Theft Auto once. Like, stuff like that.
Well, Grand Theft Auto has hundreds of songs.
It's a huge soundtrack.
in each game, there's more than one game. But what songs were in Guardians 2? I remember the intro song.
Pull it up.
I
What I mean, if you think what's the most popular one? If But like the end song, the one that was for the funeral, didn't know that. I don't remember even who. I didn't know the singer.
See, I don't know the names of songs, but if I heard them,
Right, you'd recognize them. See, I didn't recognize a lot of songs in Baby
Mr.
Driver.
Blue Sky, Electric Light Orchestra. I don't know that.
That was the
Okay.
first song. The one I knew.
Fox on the Run. I believe I know that song.
So on the run.
Lakeshore Drive.
No.
The Chain, Fleetwood Mac.
Yep.
I know that one.
No, I didn't.
Bring It On Home to Me. Southern Nights. My Sweet Lord, George Harrison. I'm sure I know that one.
Yeah.
Brandy, Looking Glass. Come a Little Bit Closer, Jay and the
Yeah.
Americans. I know that one. Wham Bam Shangalang. I don't know.
If you played it.
Surrender from Cheap Trick. I know that one.
Yep.
Father and Son, Cat Stevens. I know
Yep.
that one. Flashlight Parliament. I don't know that. Guardians Inferno, David Hasselhoff.
I don't. Maybe this is one thing. Maybe if I heard him again.
Yeah.
But by name, just the first one.
You don't know Cheap Trick, Surrender?
How's it go?
I couldn't. I just know the song. I couldn't. I'm not going to start singing on the podcast.
Don't
You
do
can't
it.
say the chorus. Like you don't know the word to the chorus.
It says Surrender.
That doesn't quite help.
Your phone doesn't want to work.
No, it'll just take a second. But no, I this is the first time we've ever done this. This is really?
At this very moment, no. But sometimes it's like
I'm trying to find the place. Anyways, that song.
yeah.
So I really liked the way the soundtrack interacted with the movie. Obviously, it was done very well.
Yes.
That single shot you were talking about, I noticed that. It was really cool that they did that. His driving throughout the whole movie,
Legit.
incredible.
And I smack talk a little bit. I've only seen 1.5 Fast and the Furious, but I'd rather watch something more grounded. Like I don't want to watch somebody driving a car out of a plane.
I like the first two Transporters.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the first one. I don't remember the car driving necessarily off that, but I like this. It was as realistic as you can get with it being a movie.
Yeah.
Like there was no like any special move that you probably couldn't do.
Every actor that was in it, Jamie Foxx was great.
Flea.
Flea was good. John Hamm was really good. I liked the back and forth, how the relationship completely spun around between him and
John Hamm
Baby.
became spoilers. John Hamm became the villain.
Yeah.
Not Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
That was basically a twist, almost, in my point of view.
As soon as the rest of this is gonna be spoilers. As soon as I saw that rebar, I knew what was happening.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's set up perfectly. It's like it's just foreboding.
I liked everything from beginning to end, except for the things I'm about to say right now.
What, love stuff?
No, I have no problem with the love stuff.
She was Cinderella.
Yeah, I saw that today. I
Yeah.
had never seen the movie, but
Yeah.
the fact that Kevin Spacey was all of a sudden willing to help him because he's in love, I thought that was too quick of a turnaround for him getting fucked over for a heist that was going to make him millions of dollars.
I agree. He didn't show enough affection toward Baby in the
Yeah.
beginning. But I do like the Monsters Inc. quote.
Yeah.
Funny. And his nephew, best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, yes.
The fact that he was willing to hurt him, hurt Joe, and hurt his girl to get him back to drive again. He's not all of a sudden going to help him just because he's in love.
I slightly agree because at the end he was basically his best friend. Like
Did you see him
I
get hit
was
by
like
the car
you.
and hit the light, the
no,
roof and
but
stuff? And
watch him
bounced
get
down?
freaking ran over backwards.
Yeah. I had another complaint, but I can't remember what it was.
Baby's parkour is pretty legit.
Yeah.
I would make that a cause
Probably
for
due to his dance
him
history.
being more nimble than his dancing, but like just parkouring.
Well,
around.
she said that. She said you could tell. I mean, even his running away stuff.
Yeah.
When we were talking about dancing.
I thought he was going to get away when he put fake clothes on.
Yeah, and they caught him.
Oh, because he had the security tag.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to go off when he walked out.
I don't really have. I know I said that it wasn't as good as the 97%, and it's probably not. But it's a solid A- movie. I mean, it's maybe even an A. I don't really
It's an
have a lot of
original idea.
complaints. Yeah, the fact that it's an original idea, they worked the soundtrack in so well. It was shot really well. All the characters were done really well. I don't really have a lot of complaints about the movie. It's just it was really, really, really hyped up. Where like on the opposite end, John Wick wasn't hyped up at all, and I watched it. I'm like, holy shit, this is incredible. So I liked it a lot. A little overhyped for me. I wish it wouldn't have been so overhyped because I've been following it for a little while. But I liked it a lot.
It's probably overhyped for you because you like Edgar Wright.
I do like Edgar Wright, and I've liked a lot of the movies that he's done. But no, I've been following it for a while, and when it only had 3 reviews out, and I'm like, oh, it's at 100%. And the reviews kept coming, oh, it's still at 100%.
Just like Edgar Wright's Reservoir Dogs.
Maybe.
Oh, that's sort of like there's a group of guys doing each other's names, doing heists, one person calling shot, and then, heists go to hell. I don't know, I kind of thought of it. When they had code names, when they're talking about it, I'm like, that's just kind of like Reservoir Dogs. Love that movie, so. But,
no, Reservoir Dogs is great. We watched it again recently. It's really good.
pretty funny movie. It had some funny jokes, too. I don't know. Like, you remember, like, the one, I remember a stupid joke, but you have a tattoo on your neck that says hate a hat?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, he used to say hate. People
how's that working out for
try
you?
to hire you don't like it. Who doesn't like hats?
Yeah, I don't really have.
John Bernthal's in it for a quarter second.
Yeah, he need more. That was another one of my complaints. More John Bernthal.
Yeah, he would have been great.
I'm glad he just walked away because it says ever a sequel. Never won't be.
There's never gonna be a sequel.
No.
Weird ending.
Why?
Most movies would end with them just riding off into the sunset, basically, like in the car driving away. Hardly any movie do the characters. Basically, the character goes to jail at the end, like, and gives up.
Oh,
But they still rode off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Basically, but they didn't even need him getting arrested or anything.
You think
He got 25 years, and he only had to serve 5 years because he's white.
We assume 5.
I think it was more so due to the fact of all the testimonies of the people.
Yeah.
I was surprised that.
That would be weird. He murdered Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Legitimately. You have 5 years for that.
Yeah, but he is that really considered
But
murder?
he saved lives too. The lady from the post office, she would have died.
I mean, it's not first degree murder. It wasn't premeditated.
Would she have died?
you don't think so?
Jamie Foxx was running that thing.
I mean, she didn't die, but she was still in the same place she would have been if he didn't signal her.
No, she would have kept walking into the room.
Right, she would have gone to work.
Do you think he would have blasted her on the way out?
Jamie Foxx had killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
He killed
He killed the guy at the convenience store.
Yeah, he killed the guy at the convenience store. He was going to kill his girlfriend at the restaurant.
Do we know he killed the guy at the convenience store?
Yeah,
Yes.
because Baby looked back and the
And
guy
there was
wasn't there
nobody
anymore.
there.
Okay.
So it's assumed that he killed him because he kills everybody.
Yeah. So I wasn't like, so he's Jamie Foxx is Mr. Blonde. He kills innocent people.
Yeah, yeah.
But who's to say he really saved her? Jamie Foxx was just bat that lady out of the way. Who knows? But
I think he would assume that he was going to kill him. Like I was surprised that the like renegade GI Joe military guy
Marine?
didn't testify because they were right there, and he would have been able to see him move his gun out of the way.
at the end when they're having the montage of testifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why he only got 5 years, is because, well, you would assume that he didn't do anything in prison to make
Right.
himself
Prolong
look
his
bad.
sentence.
And he had all those testimonies that he's, he got sucked into this. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
But can you imagine it all linked back? You know how many cars he had to steal, like the trash cars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been involved in so many Grand Theft Autos and
Yeah, but he didn't get caught for those.
So what did he steal from Kevin Spacey?
Drugs, probably.
whatever.
I mean, merchandise, whatever it was.
What have you?
Kevin Spacey plays a really good dick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's playing. I think he's just
This
kind
is
of an
who
asshole.
he is.
He wasn't too bad of an asshole in this movie.
No,
What?
well, I mean, the kid wanted to walk away, and he said, "I'll
Right.
break your legs." He's like, "What is it?"
In this one, he kind of said it a nice way, but he wasn't the biggest dick in the movie. Like, John Berthal getting in the kid's face is an asshole. Jamie Foxx was an asshole.
Jamie Foxx was the asshole of the movie.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey, like, he wanted...
Oh, he just threatened his girlfriend
Well, yeah,
and
what-
the guy he
what
lived
he wanted,
with.
but
But he's
he-
not an asshole.
At the end, no, he wasn't.
Yeah, actually, in the end, he wasn't.
He died anyways.
Yeah, Katrina just likes to have an opposite opinion of everybody.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
all
true.
right. See? No, but I mean, other than minor complaints and it being overhyped, I really don't have any issues with it. Very nice to see an original movie. Could he carry his own in another movie? Probably not. But he did well in this one.
Yeah. I will say, like, overhyping or whatever, but, like, movies I just went in, like, Mad Max, I would still put above this.
Yeah, probably.
I'm trying to like wedge it between things, but
Although I think I'd rather rewatch this casually than rewatch Mad Max.
Oh God.
that's just fucking
Mad Max is intense.
yeah.
Makes your anxiety go up to 25,000.
Yeah, that's an intense movie.
Forgot what else I was gonna say about it. What to compare it to? What's the last movie we saw? We saw something dumb.
Wonder Woman.
I can't hear you.
You're,
What do you say?
you're speaking too softly.
Wonder Woman.
That's better than Wonder Woman.
I'd say yes.
Me too.
I really liked Wonder Woman.
I did too.
Both solid A's for me. I like both of them. I'd still probably put Baby Driver on as a casual movie, like I'm doing stuff around the house. I want to sit down and watch, and then go. I'd rather.
Breakaway.
That's for me a great movie. Is I could put it on anytime, halfway through, watch it,
Know what's going on.
know what's going on. Like I'll buy this when it comes out, and I haven't even bought Rogue One yet.
Is it better than Edgar Wright's other movies?
It's not better than Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead.
No.
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, it's not better than Scott
no.
Pilgrim.
Really?
Yeah.
So you saying this is like second worst?
Yeah.
That
That just shows the quality of his movies.
It's 4 out of 5.
Now I want to look on Rotten Tomatoes and see what his other movies. This is probably his highest. Do you know this is Kevin Spacey's highest rated movie?
Nah, that's weird.
I mean, K-Pax isn't his highest rated movie.
What's the one that you never saw of his? American
Beauty. This is higher than American Beauty.
Wow.
Spider-Man: Homecoming sitting on 93% on Rotten Tomatoes still.
For now.
Edgar Wright.
We know what it was like. He doesn't need any pictures.
Highest rated movie 97% Baby Driver. Lowest rated movie Paul 71%. I did like Paul.
I did too.
What's he in that?
He was the director.
Yeah.
But he didn't write it?
I don't
Or
know.
did he?
I
I
Didn't
think
Simon Pegg write it?
I don't know. So Baby Driver 97%, World's End 89%.
Really?
Yeah.
what?
Oh.
I hope Shaun of the Dead's higher than that.
Paul 71%. He didn't direct Paul. Scott Pilgrim 81%. Hot Fuzz 91%. Shaun of the Dead 92%. So Baby Driver is his highest rated movie. But that's as far as directors go, those are some good fucking ratings.
Yeah.
Director. Shaun of the Dead only made $13 million.
That's
Hot Fuzz 23. Scott Pilgrim only 31. He was producer, screenwriter, director of that. Paul, he was the executive producer. The Attack of the Block, which I've still never seen.
I wanted to.
Yeah, me too. Is executive producer. He wrote Adventures of Tintin.
Ew.
The World's End, executive producer, director, screenwriter. That made 33. So this is going to end up being his highest grossing movie. That's his director that he's directing, because Ant-Man, it says he's credited as a screenwriter, and that made the most. But no, I don't have very many complaints about the movie. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, pretty good movie. What do you think, Katrina?
I liked it a lot.
Complaints?
I didn't like when the girl's hair was down.
That's a complaint.
Everything you yell at us for. What?
No, it bothered me.
That's not enough to put something like...
The shots of her in front of the car were weird.
When he got out of jail?
And the one with him in the sweater vest. Like old-timey.
His imagination.
Yeah, it's like his idealizing.
He
Yeah.
basically imagined like it looked like his mom or something. I don't know.
I think he's imagining
kinda weird.
being happy, and that's the perfect situation for him.
Trying to replace his mom.
Yeah, that's kind of
Gross.
weird.
That crash scene is kind of brutal, actually.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. We saw it today. When did you guys see it? Yesterday?
Her all of a sudden being okay with him being some kind of gangster dude.
You know what? I was going to say that. Would
No.
the average person, not woman,
No.
just woman or man.
Bye.
Yeah, you're getting shot at. There's people shooting.
See ya.
Yeah, there's no way you're sticking around
Nope.
after somebody you've known for like a week.
Week. A couple days.
Well, you don't know how long. I mean,
Couple
yeah,
days.
maybe it's a couple days. Shut up.
I can see that. You guys get a Deadpool vibe from the old man, his apartment?
No.
I was thinking like, oh, this is like basically
He was great.
the old black lady from Deadpool.
No. She was crass and hoarse. He
No,
was none of that.
I mean, there's a big difference. I'm just saying.
I think he genuinely cared about
Right.
it.
It's just basically like a young person rooming with an old black person.
Well, that was his.
But
his-
it each led to like funny
And him
situations.
feeling the speaker. That was cool.
yeah. It was his foster dad.
Yeah, I'm aware. I watched the movie.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you'd
I'm not
missed
making.
that.
I'm just saying it's exactly the same thing.
No, I didn't get that vibe at all.
It's
That's what
just
a
like-
real deaf person would do. I like how he did that in the car when they were driving away.
Yeah. I've seen what was that in Mr. Holland's
Holland's
Opus? He did like the
Lights.
lights to show his son what he was. Have you ever seen that?
No.
He's a music instructor at is it high school or college?
High school.
And his son's deaf, and he can't hear what his dad's like doing.
So it's life changing because he can't pass on his gift to his son.
Yeah, and it's got Richard Dreyfuss, and it's not a bad movie. It's pretty good.
That's good.
And he has like a light situation towards the end of the movie to show his son
what music is.
What music is. Pretty cool. Richard Dreyfuss is a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would say, and then she was all pissed off at him at the diner when they came in and he was trying to ignore her.
That was a tense scene.
I didn't get her being mad. I
You
thought
could fill out an opinion card.
I thought she picked up on a very...
No, she did not. She was crying at the counter.
I got the exact opposite feeling. Yeah, she was worried about him. She wasn't pissed.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought like she caught on like, I shouldn't let these people know that I know him because he's not talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that
So
at
I
all.
thought she was playing along like...
I think you missed that.
Yeah, so you got like... What did she say? Baby, hi. Like...
Well, she knew she couldn't say anything to him.
There's no way she was pissed at him because she didn't get pissed at him when she was getting shot at. There's no way.
Then she got that note in blue crayon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he didn't come, and she's waiting there.
If she wasn't mad at that, she wasn't mad at him coming in and not
That's
talking to
true.
her.
Very true.
So
Stupid
I
dumb
think it
bitch.
was just that she was worried.
Yeah. Like, I think she sensed something was wrong.
Are you happy? Are you okay with the fact that like when Baby grabbed Jamie Foxx's gun?
That was awesome. I like it was one time.
Are you glad? Are you glad? Well, he had a couple moments like that towards the end where
Shotgun.
I'm glad he wasn't all of a sudden like a martial arts badass where he could fight back and do all this stuff. You know what I mean?
He did what he could when he could.
Yeah, he did what he could when he had to, and most of it revolved around the cars because he was good with cars. I like the fact that he wasn't all of a sudden he could beat up Jamie Foxx or John Hamm or any of those things.
Yeah.
He played his angles well.
Yes, exactly. He played to his strengths.
Yeah.
I think it would have been out of character and taking you out of the movie a little bit if all of a sudden he was like Jet Li fucking...
Letting people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why Jet Li was my go-to guy on that.
Could be other one. Jackie Chan.
No, I mean, you got a lot of people that's... Jesus. Yeah.
I read another thing I want to compare it to.
Okay.
I just read Reservoir Dogs. You never saw The Town.
No.
That movie's
I
all
did.
about... Oh, you did? That movie's all about taking heists or scores in the same
Where'd you
way.
see it?
With Lacey.
Oh, cool.
You knew about that.
Did I?
Because I said, hey, me and Lacey are going to watch this. You're like, okay.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of movies where they take scores. And also, this movie reminded me very much of like Grand Theft Auto 5, the newest one. You didn't play very much, but
I didn't play it at all.
you had three main protagonists, and you had basically a fat like computer nerd who was the guy giving the jobs. The same way, I guess, Heat had the same thing. There's one guy who organizes all the jobs. So any movie there's a heist, but The Town, I like The Town better than Baby Driver. I was just thinking about it when I was watching the movie.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
legitimately.
Katrina's... in regular life, it's fine, but on the podcast, Katrina's... Her word and her idea is the right one no matter what. You can't like anything else.
It's fine. I think it was more serious, like subject matter. I don't know. It seemed more serious, but also I like the love relationship.
So you like
better.
Ben Affleck?
Oh, you just don't like Ben. Is that
No,
what-
that's not true. Not at all.
The Town is a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a really
they're
good movie.
comparable.
Like,
It is a good movie.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
you haven't seen even Gone Baby Gone. I like that better.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I'm a big fan of his movies.
Who?
Ben Affleck's. The three he's directed, I like all three of them. I don't know if he's done four yet. He's not going to do Batman, is he?
Gone Baby Gone's at 94. Baby Driver's rated higher than both of those.
No, that's fine. Like, this is personal preference. I'm saying Baby Driver's a bad movie. I would put those two above it. But I'm comparing The Town because it is slightly similar because in Baby Driver there are three different heists, basically. Like, the setup one where it's easy, the one that's there's complications, and like the last one that goes to hell. The Town is basically... has
Like
the
I
same
said,
thing.
I haven't seen The Town, but it seems...
And John Hamm's in both.
Is he?
Yeah.
John Hamm's
And he's always driving a police car.
I was going to say, he's an officer in The Town, isn't he?
Yeah.
I would expect that Baby Driver's a lot more lighthearted than
Oh, yeah.
The Town.
Yes. There's no singing and dancing or whatever, you know. But
I like the singing and dancing
I did
scene.
too.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a whole different like style.
Yeah.
It's Edgar Wright.
Octane coffee.
Yeah. No,
The driving's way better in Baby Driver, obviously. The Town didn't have it didn't even show
for
any
it
fancy.
having a low budget, it had a lot of big name actors and a lot of high budget. Like, how did those driving scenes have to cost a ton of money?
Driving up with SUV on.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy because I mean, some of those cars were super expensive cars, and the
You
fact
gotta
that
know people.
you have to, and you have to block off streets, you have to block off all kinds of stuff. Were they in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in Atlanta. It said ATL a couple times in it,
Okay.
and
APD.
yeah, and APD, Atlanta Police Department. So I mean,
Bananas.
bananas.
That was my favorite. That was good.
Yeah.
I really like John Hamm a lot. Like,
Was that Suge Knight?
no, that was not. Oh, you mean from the movie?
Yeah.
It might have
It
been.
might have been.
Because I'm pretty sure it was, like that's all I know him from.
Do I
is-
know you?
But I've seen him in a couple other things since he was Suge Knight, and that's every time I see
And
him.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we saw a movie that had Ice Cube's son in it. We saw a trailer for it today.
Oh yeah.
Another one?
With a chick.
What was it?
It was weird. Ramona Flowers' friend.
Aubrey
Aubrey
Plaza.
Plaza.
There was a movie with Aubrey Plaza.
Ingrid.
Ingrid Goes West.
Yes.
I was thinking Fightful Goes West. We walked in halfway during that trailer.
It wasn't. It was like it was weird. Like the whole beginning is her walking into a wedding and
and
her
she's-
macing the bride in the face.
Wow. I like Aubrey Plaza, but I haven't
I do
seen
too.
him.
She's
You haven't watched
good
Legion.
movies.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. A lot of people got the start there.
Yeah,
She was
I know.
great in Legion.
She was good in Legion. She was actually
fabulous.
I had a hard time following that show, but she was good in that show.
So good.
What was I looking at? Oh, Baby Driver. Again, I've looked it up a bunch of times today.
Has that kid been in anything? Sam?
Oh, they're asking for a movie
sequel.
for him.
Yeah, for just him.
That's funny.
4.
Uh,
He was great.
yeah. Steam Stealer.
Who am I looking up again?
No idea.
Aubrey Plaza.
No,
Before you start talking about that.
Jamie Foxx. Oh,
The
the
guy
guy
who-
that played.
Yeah. The ATL cop.
Yeah, I'm looking. R.
Was he Suge
Marcos Taylor. He is Suge Knight, straight out of Compton,
Good job.
and he's a stunt guy in Luke Cage. Speaking of that, next month Defenders comes out.
Yeah.
I'm
Friends from
excited.
college.
Friends from college.
Yes.
That looks pretty funny, and I haven't watched the extended trailer yet. It just looks funny.
So good.
That's Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You gonna binge watch that?
as much as I do anything else. I mean, we don't watch. We just finished the second season of Banshee. That's before we go into that, real quick. Rating Banshee.
I don't.
Not
Baby
Banshee,
Driver?
I said Baby Driver. I like Banshee a lot.
Yes.
I like Banshee better than Baby Driver.
Oh yeah.
Really? You can't compare.
No,
Oh.
movies to apples to oranges.
Apples to oranges.
No,
Well,
that is
you
an
can
action
compare, you can
series.
compare them. I mean, we're talking about Little
Yeah, I
Dicky.
know.
I don't fuck with the war.
Right.
Rating. We'll go straight A, B, C, D.
I'll give it an A, dude. It's a good movie.
Katrina.
Hey.
I also give Baby Driver an A. You know, I as much as it was overhyped, it wasn't to a point where it made me dislike the movie. But going on to what's next, we said Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Defenders is coming out soon, so we'll have to talk a little bit about that. Game of Thrones
Comic-Con.
in a very, very short time. What is it? It's less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
To the premiere?
Yeah.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
It's a week and a half away.
7 episodes is gonna fly.
It is. It's gonna suck because even when there's 10 episodes, I'm like, oh, we're already
no.
halfway through, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have a pre-Comic-Con episode, probably a post-Comic-Con episode.
Haven't you talked about Preacher?
We haven't
Oh,
talked
you
about
don't watch
Preacher, but
it.
Corey doesn't watch it, so I mean, it's hard to talk about
Season
it.
2 start?
Season 2
Yeah.
started. It's a couple episodes in, and
Awesome.
it is awesome. Like I like the last season a lot, but it's really stepped it up this season. It's really good.
So good.
You gonna watch it over Walking Dead?
Yeah.
It's better than Fear the Walking Dead for sure. At this point, it's definitely got a lot more going for it. I mean, the characters are really good. There's a lot more action in it and stuff. But I don't know. I'd still prefer watching the
There's a
season of Walking
gunslinger
Dead.
in that one too.
Yeah, there's a gunslinger in that too.
Okay.
But no, a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna do at least one episode this upcoming weekend.
At least.
At least. I'd like to get 2 in this weekend, but we'll see. I know you're busy now, so.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, it only takes literally. I mean, you can come to the podcast and leave. It only takes about an hour and a half. The Comic-Con one, though, if it happens this weekend, we got to go downtown. It's going to take a little bit longer. We're going to do They have rooms for podcasts downtown in the library,
Oh.
so that's kind of cool.
You have homeless people knock on the door?
Yeah.
Let me in.
Yeah.
I need to sleep.
So we do have some stuff coming up where we're going to
They
be
do a homeless podcast.
more.
Living on the streets.
No thanks.
Yeah.
With
More.
Earl and Gringe.
So we're going to have more stuff coming up. If you've listened this far, one of our guests, Brian, gave us some signed Walking Dead books to give away. So I figured we'd just give them away on here.
Who did?
Brian.
Brian.
Is he cleaning out his collection?
Yeah, he's decluttering
He's going
his
digital.
collection.
Come on, you know this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So we do have some signed Walking Dead stuff to give away. We're going to do some sort of giveaway in the next episode. I haven't decided exactly what it is. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll I want to do multiple things throughout the episode, so somebody has to listen to the whole episode to get it.
So no one's gonna win.
Yeah.
Now you just spell out a word, but say a letter like every 10 minutes.
There you go.
So they have to.
So no one's really gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Travis.
Yeah, maybe Travis, maybe Goblin Hand. Somebody in there. And then we'll do pre- and post-Comic-Con episode, because Comic-Con's in 2 weeks from Wednesday is preview night.
Crazy.
Yeah.
A whole year.
So, I don't do it very often, but we'll do make sure you follow at Sly Comics or subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher. If you're on iTunes, you get the episode 24 hours earlier than if you don't subscribe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
It's fancy, super fancy. So do that, and is that it?
I
I
guess
think
so.
you've plugged everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done with this conversation.